we can get past them. But I mean, if we can, if it comes down to, a 1 goal difference, there at the end, and like you said earlier, I mean, if they leave everything out there and they just come up short, I'm okay with that. And especially in a transitional year, like you're pointing out, and as long as it gives us something to build on, as long as we have sort of a trajectory away from that, where we can say, all right, you know what, we got some experience, we can build off of this. I mean, think back to the Europa League campaign back in 2011, where we were in the group of death, with that. We got in after the whole Sion debacle. Remember the game, I mean, the last game away to Udinese, and, just a sparkling performance. Really felt good coming out of that, even though we didn't qualify out of our group. We felt like we built something. We got some experience for some of the players that maybe hadn't played yet in Europe. And it just felt like we were on the cusp of something good. And we were. It turned out we were. I'd love to see something like that start to build. I'm not feeling it yet. I'm not getting that sense from Ronnie just yet. But, by that point, Neil Lennon already had a year under his belt. So, it's a difficult thing, supporting Celtic and having patience. But it might be what we need to do.
That's why I said I think, we can definitely get the treble done. I'm totally... I feel that that's definitely doable. Europe's going to be a tough haul, man. But if they did manage to do something, can you imagine the excitement around the club again, dude? I mean, maybe would it be like it was against Barcelona? Maybe not. But, I mean, people would definitely be hyped. I mean, look, man, if we knock off Inter Milan again, oh, my God. I mean, it's like this, they can start putting more asses in the seats and getting people out there and like really creating, the thunder again. And
the Quadrophenians would have to write a whole new song.
Instead of, we can get a 15 instead of 67.
Well, I'm not the songwriter here. I just make parody songs over Blondie, tunes. You know that.
Yes. Oh, my God. It's like bringing back old memories, brother.
Say goodnight, princess, because you're fucking done.
Oh, God, dude. And I was like, you know what? For the longest time, you guys had your show and everything, and it was, I listened to you, and it was just, when we beat Barcelona, dude, I was just, I was like, I got to get over my little, hiccups. It's one thing to sit there and listen, but it's another to sit there and, talk about, what Celtic means to you, what you see, because you guys, again, you're going to keep it real too, man. You're going to sit there and kind of like, you want to know what, is this a guy who's just calling up because he just saw one match with Barcelona and yay, I'm hyped because we just won? Or is it something more, man?
Yeah.
And finally I said that if I don't call now, I can never call this show because holy shit, we just beat Barcelona, man. And it was like I'd like verbally vomited, man. It was like, I just love this club so much, and you just don't fucking understand. I wish I could paint a goddamn picture for you. And, yeah, that was the start of something special, man. It was really a great relationship with the show that you had, man. And I'd be lying if I didn't say that, a part of me misses our conversations and stuff. I think we always had good conversations.
Yeah, no question about it. And I mean, I appreciate your support, throughout the time. I know that, when we first started out, there was a lot of, sort of uncertainty, around it.
Right.
I mean, are people going to like the show? Is it going to resonate? And, I mean, you were always a consistent supporter. And I'll tell you what, when you came on, and you became a regular caller and a contributor and then a panelist, I mean, it gave us a shot in the arm. It really did, so we appreciate that tremendously. And, I'm looking forward to seeing yourself and everybody else at the Fail in a couple of weeks. So
be loud and proud, brother. I mean, that's how we roll.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight. It was great catching up with you, and all the best. For more information on the Fela in a couple of weeks, visit Plowboy CSC on Twitter, and they'll have all the information. And obviously we'll be talking about it in the lead up to it.
Gee, can I just say something real fast?
Absolutely.
Just a shout out to I was like most people today. I heard the story about the Charlie Hebdo people in Paris and everything, and I just thoughts and prayers. I ain't the most religious guy in the world, but I think we talk about like people get all crazy about Muslims and this and that. I'm saying extremism of any religion is a bad thing, And it don't matter whether it's Christianity, Judaism, and all that stuff. But I just wanted to say, those people are in my thoughts and prayers. I know they're in yours too and everything. And be careful of censorship, man. That's why things like you see the Offensive Behavior Football Act, it's censorship, man. It's bullshit. Support your fucking supporters there, Petey. Support your supporters. I don't agree with what you have to say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. And we have a right to support, sing our songs, do whatever the fuck we want, because they're at the end of the day, the supporters are the ones paying your fucking pay, Pete. Remember that.
Amen. Very well said.
Onward to Philly, brother.
You got it. You got it, man. Thank you so much again for joining us tonight. And thank you to the listeners for tuning in. My name's Graham Wilson. And for Yampi, for saying hail, hail, and keep the faith. I think my dashboard froze up, dude.
It's all right, man. Fuck it. What a way to roll out. Gee, all the best with you and the missus and the boy, man.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Be good. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
Take it easy, man.
All right.
Later.
All right, so I'm trying to figure out how I can shut this thing down and my entire desktop is frozen. I believe I'm still in the air, which is incredibly awkward. So typically I'd play us out with Thousands of Sailing, but I don't think I can get it come up. And I'm still in the air. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to try and shut this down here. That's a weird one. But, yeah, apparently I need a new laptop. Let me try and fill some time here, and then I can likely get Thousands Just Sailing up just directly from my iTunes. I can play it over the speaker. That way there's a little bit of a continuity there. But I'm glad that I got the end of that there with Yampi live. It's always, I mean, like I said in the opening, I mean, you can sense his passion from, just by talking to him, and the experience at the Fela is like, I mean, I've said this before, but I mean, it applies. There's all these people that you've never met before. Or maybe you've talked to them on social media or on the email boards, etc. And when you see them for the first time, it's like you've known them their whole life. And it's like it's just hundreds of people all coming together under the banner of Celtic for an entire weekend. I mean, if you're on the fence with whether or not you're going to attend the Fela, I mean, don't have a second thought. And the sweetener is the Astroskiers, the film premiere in North America. I mean, this is the opportunity that you're going to have, to be able to see the film live, and then also to be able to talk to Paul Larkin, and get his thoughts in terms of the content that he put into the film, what it was like making the film, what he dealt with. I mean, you all heard it, from the multiple interviews that we've conducted, with him. So what an amazing opportunity for us over here in North America that, we typically don't get. I mean, we typically are sort of, an afterthought in a lot of ways for, those that are running the club and, and otherwise. There's a lot of passionate supporters here, and, it's definitely not unappreciated, what Paul's doing. So, Scott's playing a big role in that weekend. If you are attending and you would like to see the film, you will need to see Scott because he is the bouncer. So, in order to attend, you need to go pay the man, which, is certainly well within reason. But, just a great guy that Scott is. And I'm still just begging for time here so that I can find Thousands Are Sailing, hopefully, and then take us out. I'll just play it live, and then we'll be done with it. So, let's see if I can find this here. Never had to delay quite this much. It's not much fun, I gotta be honest. This is what happens